This is CNN Breaking News.
And we do begin with breaking news. U.S. President Donald Trump firing another shot in his trade war against China. This time, it's against the Chinese telecom giant Huawei.
In just the last couple of hours, Mr. Trump signing an executive order banning U.S. companies from using telecommunications equipment made by firms seen as a national security risk. The U.S. Secretary of Commerce defending the president's action, saying Trump backed the decision that will prevent American technology from being used by foreign-owned entities in ways that potentially undermine U.S. national security or foreign policy interests.
当地时间5月15日，美国总统川普透过行使个人职权，对中国大陆再下重手。这是白宫上下在过去这段期间以来一直坚持要做的事。但是相较之下，国会山庄似乎没能跟上川普的思维。2天前，多名政府相关部会技术官僚受邀列席参议院司法委员会听证会。面对5G 这样艰涩又敏感的新议题，连平日犀利勇猛的立委诸公都不免显得力不从心。
Today, we're going to talk about something that I'm by no means an expert on.
I actually know very little about 5G.
The very real potential that China will be the winner in this next generation of technology.
事实上，川普政府自去年起就对全球最大通讯设备制造商华为启动了全面追缉令，对内要求4大业者排除任何使用华为设备的可能性，对外则在捷克首都布拉格召开的5G 安全会议里，向30多国政府施压，联合杯葛围堵这家从深圳发家的陆籍公司继续做大。华府对中国大陆科技成就存着无可妥协的傲慢与偏见，然而各盟友给出的反馈却十分冷淡。
That argument doesn't seem to be catching fire with the other U.S. allies, right? You just came back from this big conference in Prague that was about 5G, 30 plus other nations. No one else has signed on to the ban at that conference. Why isn't that argument working?
We've also seen a number of countries already implement bans on Huawei technology, including Australia and Japan. We're continuing to have a dialogue with all of our partners. It's going to take a lot of education. It's going to be a long-term process as we see 5G build out over a number of years. It's not going to happen immediately.
But the U.S. has been moving with real urgency here, right? You say this is a national security problem. Only a handful of countries have signed on, not a single European country. In fact, British intelligence have now said they think that they can mitigate the risk, whatever risk Huawei presents. Why isn't the U.S. argument landing with your allies?
Because it's going to take so much time, we don't expect them to immediately implement bans. We want them to adopt strong security-based protocols so that they are recognizing all the cyber risks as well as the supply chain risks. We think when you rigorously apply the principles like those that came out of the Czech Republic just 2 weeks ago that include looking at the model of governance, or as the European Commission said at the end of March, that they should look at the legal regime as well, including the ability of a third country to influence the vendor. We think when you apply those, there's no way that you should have Huawei in your government's networks.
Do you think the U.S. has a credibility problem making this argument to other countries at this time? There's strained relations between a lot of our allies and the Trump administration. The warning is beware, this country could spy on you, when the U.S.'s own spying programs over the last several years has been laid bare for the world to see.
No, not at all. We have frank conversations over years with all of our partners about security concerns, and because this is particularly focused just on security, that's an easy conversation for us to have with other governments.
美方签署行政命令后，北京当局抨击华府打压特定企业的歧视举措，既不光彩也不公正。这场攸关未来15年高达12.3兆美元规模市场价值的争夺战，美中双方都全力以赴。当地时间5月14日，华为高层在英国表示，该公司无意监听西方消费者，而中国大陆法律规定科技公司和情报单位合作的疑虑更是被过分夸大。华为没有和任何政府合作的义务，也愿意和所有商业伙伴签署无间谍协议。但这样的说法并不被美方采信。
That's a completely feckless point to make on their part. There's no differentiation really between the private sector and companies and the government in China.
And the argument for the countries that want to work with them is, look, they build good gear, it's reliable, and it's cheap. So what's the incentive for a country to want to get potentially behind in technological advancement and pay more to do that?
Well, first, we would say that there's no reason that you would fall behind technologically by going with something that's more trusted, like the gear that's being provided by Ericsson, Nokia, and Samsung. Their technology is just as good as Huawei without taking on that additional security risk.
Huawei is the clear global leader in this field right now.
Well, they have a slightly large market share. When you look at the number of trials that are in the field right now, there's more done by Ericsson than even Huawei. Over time, we're going to see much more development in this field. We shouldn't be rushing out there to choose the cheapest alternative right now. The other companies are going to provide increasing amounts of capability on their systems.
当年欧洲赢得了2G， 日本主导了3G， 美国在4G 中获胜。如今中国大陆在5G 的野心不免引起美国的戒心，很难不令人联想，主管机关费力铺陈了那么多，关键其实只有一个：拖住华为，美国优先。纽约时报说，尽管行政命令中未指名道姓，对外国对手的界定和禁令的评估标准也含糊不清，但总的来说，弥漫斗争的氛围，堪称华府对北京当局发动科技战以来最极端的一场行动。美中关系至此也进入了另一个全新的阶段。